Hey guys, how's it going? I have not made a video in a while, and the reason I'm making one today is for a very good reason. A couple things I'm going to mention. I do have music. It should be this way. It should be right here. Yep. Okay. It's I just like having music in the background. Helps me clear my thoughts. Okay. So this video is to update you on what has been happening in my life. My life has been a mess lately. Just gonna say. But it's for those of you who have no clue that anything's really been happening in my life. Or just would like a little bit more information on what is happening in my life. There are things that I cannot share, and there are things that I'm going to be very vague on, for the respect of those involved in what's happening. It's a very hard thing for me to be dealing with right now, and I'm kind of just taking it day by day and making sure that I'm speaking with people I need to speak with to help me get through this, okay? So the first thing is I'm going to talk about what has happened recently. A week ago on Wednesday, I had a very interesting conversation that did not end well. I don't really know the best way to explain it, but what I am going to say is that it involved people I care about dearly, and the things that were said tore through my heart deeply. And there was very little I could do about that. And so Wednesday night, I was a complete emotional wreck, and I was brought emotionally back to a point that I have not been in 5 years. It brought back a lot of thoughts that I was having 5 years ago, and not necessarily as bad as they were 5 years ago, because 5 years ago I didn't know how to handle it. 5 years ago I didn't know what I was doing. This time it happened, I was a lot smarter with my decisions on what I was going to do. So let me go over what those were. I was an emotional wreck. I called a couple people trying to talk through what was happening, just vent and get out what was happening. And nobody that picked up the phone was able to help me. And everyone who didn't pick up the phone were people that could have really helped me, but it's hard to explain. Nobody was close enough to come talk to me and help me through what was happening. And so I was falling deeper and deeper into painful and terrifying thoughts. So what I ended up doing is, because I knew the number one thing I needed was someone to talk to, someone to rationalize with, someone that could just help me get to a point where I could trust myself with my thoughts. So I called the police, and they showed up. 2 officers showed up to help me. They spoke with me, they figured out what was going on. They were very polite about it. But that's one thing I want to mention, is everyone throughout this journey that I went on for the next few days was very polite and very helpful in many ways. So the police, they evaluated the situation, told me that they were going to be calling for a psych transport, and I was going to be going to St. Joseph's Hospital for a psych evaluation. So they helped me. I got my shoes on, I went, I gathered my phone, my wallet, I locked up the house, I cleaned up the food that I was cooking, and they were very, very helpful. From there, I went with the Upper Greenwood Lake first aid squad, and they transported me to St. Joseph's Hospital in Patterson. Definitely an interesting experience. We had some really good talks. I was actually able to help one of the trainees on the Upper Greenwood Lake First Aid Squad because they didn't need to take my vitals because clearly, physically, I was perfectly healthy. It was just emotionally I was not. But she needed to practice on taking vitals while in the ambulance, so she asked if I would be willing for her to take my vitals. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I love helping people. And so it was actually a ton of fun. It was funny because their oh god, their meter was broken. I forget which meter it was, but it was like bent, and so they were trying to guess on what it was supposed to be. It was pretty funny, but no, definitely the people, and they all just cared about me, and they all respected my decision to call the police, which meant a lot to me that they understood and they respected that. So it was awesome. I was very, very pleased with my service, like the way they treated me and how much they truly cared about me. At the hospital, I ended up sitting around for a while. My girlfriend showed up. Also, my pastor came. He was going to be the one that was going to be taking me home. They talked with me. They got a little information about where I was emotionally. They needed to know things like whether I had guns in my house, which I did. So they didn't feel safe sending me back to my home. So I went back with my pastor to his house and spent the night at his house. But they were all very polite. They helped me. I got to a point where I felt safe with myself. I was okay with leaving the hospital. That was something. I had to be okay with leaving the hospital. Okay? So that was Wednesday night, and we left around 2 in the morning. Got back to my pastor's house at like 3. Spent the night on his couch. Got very little sleep, but oh well. That's life. The next day, my pastor offered to take me to work with him. And I went because I didn't know what was going to happen that day. And I had a feeling that things were just going to get worse with what was currently happening. And I didn't want things to get worse and I was alone again. I wouldn't have been able to handle that. So I went with him. I grabbed my Xbox and my computer, just whatever things to do. Ended up playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Unity while I was there. And as I predicted, things did get worse. And so from there, I just needed to get away. I needed something that would help me clear my head. I called my parents. Had a couple of ideas. We were going to see if I could figure out a way to get to Canada. Unfortunately, like getting a passport to go to Canada would have been ridiculously impossible. So that was out of the question. I mean, I could have done it, but I didn't want to go through the effort and the stress of figuring it out while I was already dealing with everything I was dealing with. From there, the other idea my parents had was I could spend the weekend or more. I could have spent more time with pastor in our church, Johnny Osei. He runs a ministry called Servants Heart Ministry, which is very helpful. They go around and they do like construction projects for people that need the help. And so I was doing a lot of construction work, a lot of work. It was definitely a fun experience for me because I'm a very lazy person. If I were to show you my room right now, you'd see that the floor is made out of soda cans. I don't leave this area much. But in fact, you can see one right back there. So I spent it, and it was fun. I learned a lot of things. I helped a lot of people. Definitely great experience for me. It definitely helped me clear away the bad thoughts, clear away the anger, clear away the depression. It wasn't really depression, but I'm just going to use that word. Clear away all of that. And get my mind focused on what mattered. Break down what really upset about with the situation instead of what I'm just angry about. And what I'm scared about, what I'm concerned about. Very, very helpful. And on Sunday, I had him bring me home. I felt that because I slept over Thursday night, then I was there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Sunday night, I had him take me home because I felt that I'm big on not overstaying my welcome. I know he would have loved to have me for more days, but I didn't know how his wife felt about it or any of that, and I just wanted to challenge myself to be stronger than I was being. Going to spend time with him was very important and definitely something I needed to do. But I also wanted to be able to handle what I'm doing on my own and start truly seeking God with the issues. So I came home, and for Monday I spent the time with, I went out with my friends. I had some cool videos of some crazy things we did. Definitely had a blast with my friends, even though it started downpouring right as the cool fireworks was supposed to start and stuff like that. But that's life. So after that comes, well, today's Tuesday. Tuesday I got hit with something that with the same situation, and it's something I should have expected, but when I really thought about it, I realized it just wasn't, it bothered me. And I started just coming up with horrible ideas. I do that a lot. I come up with horrible ideas, and I started putting them into action, and I got to the point where I could have totally gone through with this one really bad idea that might have worked. I'm not saying it wouldn't have worked, because it might have worked, but I don't like betting on stuff like that. So eventually I calmed down enough to realize it was a bad idea. Let's not go through with it. Let's come up with a better idea. So, sitting around, I just started praying. Great thing to do, gotta say. I think I prayed for a good 45 minutes. Praying for everyone involved in the situation, praying for myself, praying for guidance. And what I came up with was, one, I needed to do something about the demons in my life. So the first thing I did was I went on my phone and deleted a couple of apps, and it was hard because one of them is an app I love. It's the iFunny app, and I deleted it because there's a lot of bad things on that app, a lot of inappropriate things that are funny and I laugh at, but I shouldn't be laughing at them because they're absolutely horrible things to be joking about. So definitely a good thing to delete. And I also deleted another app which I'm not going to mention because I'm ashamed that it's on my phone. And then I took a game, and then I went outside and I built a fire. I was like, okay, so I did everything I could on my phone. There's not much I can do on my computer. I'm very clean on my computer with what I have on my computer. I'm very, the only thing I really can do about my computer is destroy the whole computer, but that's a $4,000 investment. I'm not going to be destroying my computer anytime soon, especially because I need it for college. So, the only material object I could really think of that was really holding me back from God was a card game I had bought a while ago, Cards Against Humanity. It's a fun game, and for a long time I argued that it's healthy to play. And there is, part of me that does believe there's some truth to that statement. But it's still a bad influence. It's still a bad influence on the mind, and we shouldn't be indulging in it. So, I took my cards and I dumped them in the fire. Burned it. I have a video. It was fun to watch. I love burning things. So, I had a very nice large fire, burned all the cards, they're all gone. There's nothing left. I will never be playing that game again. Because it is a shameful game to play. And that I have plenty of I have more board games than the rest of my family combined. Pretty sure I have more board games than the rest of my family combined. Although, technically I'm counting the 10 games I have that are just expansion packs. So, but I'm counting them because they're all boxes like this big. If you can get an idea. Wait. Yeah. They're big boxes, so I feel like they count. I have plenty of other board games I can play, plenty of other fun board games I can play. Well, like, yes, that game is fun, and yes, you get to see people's dark sides, but do we really want to be encouraging people's dark sides? I mean, it's called a dark side. I mean, if you think about it, Jesus came to be the light. Why are we, pushing people's dark sides? We should be pushing people's light sides. No, it's hard to think about it, but to be honest with ourselves, is a game like that really worth playing? Is it really healthy for us? To an extent, maybe, but overall, no. So, I got rid of it, because I need to focus on furthering my relationship with God, and I can't do that if I'm constantly putting Him on the back burner for things like that. So, that's what I decided to do, is to start with my needs. And there are a couple things that I personally am going to stop doing, because the wise man once said, how long are we going to ask ourselves how much we can live wrong because we know He'll forgive us, instead of how much we can live right? That was Reggie Dabbs, Creation Festival, 2011. Pretty sure it was 2011. Very powerful speaker. So, that's the plan. The other thing I came up with was, for a long time people have been asking me if I could do a Bible study. I've done vlogs, and this is kind of a vlog. It's more just an update from my friends. They are asking me if I could do a Bible study, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a Bible study on the book of Job. It is one of my favorite books in the Bible. I've read it numerous times. Do I know everything about the book? No, but it's a chance for me to really dig deep into my Bible on my own. Will I get help? Probably. I'll probably seek guidance in how to break Job apart, how to see how it connects with the rest of the Bible, things like that. And really, it's a great opportunity for me to be in my Bible every single day, which is something I do not do currently. I'm not in my Bible every single day. So I'm going to be doing a Bible study on Job. I'm going to have a video every single day starting tomorrow. Yes! I know! Crazy, right? But definitely something I want to do. It's going to be a challenge. You all can bug me about it. So, starting tomorrow, it's Job chapter 1. Okay? So if any of you have any ideas of what I should talk about with Job chapter 1, give them to me. Read it through yourself. Show me how it connects. Help me in any way you can. And then I will give you my thoughts, my opinions, what I see, how I break it apart, things like that, myself. I might also release just a video of me reading through Job completely, which may take a while, so it may be a long video, but it's always a good thing to, before you start a Bible study, just read through the book that you're going to be studying, and you're going to be breaking apart, you're going to be dissecting, so to speak. Just to see what's there first, and then break it apart section by section. Great way to do it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a challenge for me, and I'm very excited for the challenge. And we're going to see what happens. So that's the update on my life right now. Not much more I can say. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a blessed day. And that's it. Just remember, I don't edit these things at all.